After Donald Trump's latest sexist scandal, it might seem natural that his support would waver in Israel, yet that may not necessarily be true. ILTV's Steve Leibowitz sat down with the head of the Republicans in Israel organization, Marc Zell, who says voters in Israel value Trump's support for Israel more than anything else.
Let me tell you that the sector of the population where these issues, this might sound a little bit counterintuitive, but where these issues really resonate is not with the Jews, unfortunately, but rather with evangelical Christians. In this particular election, where Donald Trump is not especially excited about social conservative issues which evangelicals care about, abortion, same-sex marriage, that sort of thing, Israel has become one of their primary issues that's really getting them energized. We saw this with the Republican plank in the plank on Israel in the Republican platform. You know, immediately after it was passed by a unanimous vote and standing ovation, we got reports from all over North America about evangelical churches really being ecstatic about this one issue. All right, whereas the Jewish population probably didn't even know it happened. So that is the area where I think the Israel issues are going to be very important. Those are 80 million votes out there, and they're going to be important in the swing states. So,
for people here in Israel, like myself and like yourself, we're very upset about this taxation legislation that went out that forces our records to be transferred over to the United States. Under a Trump administration, do you expect that that will be revoked?
I believe so. First of all, the Republican Party platform calls for it explicitly, calls for the repeal of citizenship-based taxation and replacement in lieu thereof of residence-based taxation, which makes the FATCA issue moot. So I believe, and we've had discussions with the Trump campaign about this, I believe they're solidly behind us on FATCA, and I think Americans around the world will be very glad if we finally got a president in the White House who will do something to undo the damage that was done by the Democratic Congress and Obama in 2010.
Is there still time for people that live in Israel to register, and if so, how do they do it?
Well, we've got about a little over 2 weeks left, Steve, and so there's plenty of time. The first state whose registration process closes Hawaii, I think that's October 8th. Next day is October 9th. So that week, the second week in October, will be when the registrations start closing. Not in every state. Some states you'll be able to do it even up to November. But I think everybody needs to think about October 9th as the deadline. We got plenty of time. How do you do it? Go to our website.
What is it?
Republicans Overseas Israel. Just remember that. Republicans Overseas Israel. Google it. It'll take you to our website. There's a button. It'll walk you through the entire process, including connecting you to iVote Israel automatically. You can then download your request to register and for an absentee ballot form, print it out, sign it, send it back. If you need help sending it back, you can give it to us, give it to iVote Israel, it's fine. And you should then ask for your absentee ballot by email, and then you'll get that by email from your state, print it out, vote, put it in an envelope again. If you need it, we'll send it back for you at Republicans Overseas or iVote Israel or wherever. Even also the consulate and the American Embassy will help you with that too.
Marc Zell, thanks so much for being with us at ILTV.
Steve, it's always a pleasure.